It's a particular pleasure for me because this is actually a cantata with which I have a very long and dear relationship. It was one of the pieces which I started singing when I first started singing Cantate, and I was pretty much too difficult, but A few years ago I was very lucky that I got the opportunity to sing the whole cantata in the church in Arnstadt where Bach worked with his own organ. And of course that was an absolute dream. I certainly try and take the piece in the context, in its liturgical context. So I would look at the gospel readings for the day and also various pieces of literature which have a sort of exegesis of the text. By gaining a kind of, I suppose, an intellectual understanding of the text, I then try and turn that into something which has an emotional meaning for me. And I think this emotional meaning is then how one can then put it across to an audience and hopefully move an audience as well. You do have this absolutely amazing and incredible opening movement, and it sort of works as a standalone. It's quite often included on sort of Bach's best aria CDs, and if an alto does a CD of Bach arias, there'll probably be just this aria on it.
Kijk, wat je nu hoort is steeds dit. Tja-da-di, pa-pa-pa-pa is een soort puist van 16e die er dan. En het is mooi als het met elkaar relatie heeft. Dus tja-da-di, da-da-da-di, da-da-da-da. Dus dat 16e eigenlijk bijna altijd schaduw hebben. Dat we een beetje dat beeld houden. Dezelfde plek, 26, en...
The whole aria doesn't stay peaceful. It's a kind of constant striving. And I think the striving within the music and the Unruhe, as you'd say, within the music reflects the striving of a good Lutheran, the striving to find God and to find the peace with God. The last aria is something which seems quite foreign to us because we live in a culture which celebrates life and the idea of live your life. And so I think the immediate superficial meaning of the text is pretty strange for us. It seems like a kind of death wish text. I think it's not necessarily just a literal dying. It's not someone saying, I want to die now, but I think it's someone saying, I want to, in the sort of Lutheran theological sense, I want to die into Christ. He takes this bourrée, dum 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 da 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 and then the organ does this kind of incredibly quick sort of filigrane. And I think these are both Bach's expressions of a kind of a worldliness. So he takes a courtly dance and he takes this kind of rather empty virtuosity of the organ. I think it needs to have a certain courtly feel to it, which is expressing the kind of the sort of empty vanity of the world.